Get it loaded up. Alright, let's check these settings. I got the mic going. Little bit of music going. And I'll turn this down just a little bit. Get my water. Stay feral, folks. Okay, welcome to another random stream. I said on Sunday I would have these be a bit more consistent and do them a bit more often, and we are putting that to the test because good God, am I tired. I kind of gave late notice in the Discord, but if you are not already in there and you're watching these videos after the fact, which I see my stats, I know you guys are there, then feel free, please come in, check it out. And I'm planning on doing a lot more with this in the near future. Right now, the whole main thing is just doing consistent streams while I work on some various secret projects that I'm excited about, and if I do it right, you will see a upload schedule like you have never seen before. But honestly, I think it's just going to be kind of a hangout of me wanting to do the things that I wanted to do anyway tonight. I am just trying to get better about broadcasting my life and sharing it with you folks, because I do love making content and YouTube. And while I doubt I'd ever become a full-time content creator, it is fun just to kind of share what I'm working on with everybody and, you know, just kind of hang out. If I'm going to sit there in silence and, you know, work on art or read books or just kind of do whatever, it's like, why don't I just mumble to myself and pretend like I'm talking to people at the same time? What could go wrong? So yeah, I still need to go back into the last stream and separate by chapters, because I will eventually start cutting these up and kind of using them for some content farming. I know if you actually watched the last stream and got through the jumble of just me talking back and forth with the chat, I am planning on switching most normal reviews to here. I am currently struggling with just having a regular stream first and foremost, but I will eventually have my thoughts organized in such a way that I will probably just ignore whoever's chatting until a designated Q&A section, and I'll just like straight rip off book reviews. So you will get to see how my thoughts work, unedited, unmemed, unless I go back and edit those into a memed video. But with everything I currently have planned, that seems very unlikely. So let me... Oh no, it's just my general ambient noise. I got a fan blowing on me right now. So, I haven't made a lot of progress on the last book that I was talking about, Chrysalis, narrated by Jeff Hayes. It's kind of sad I know the Audible narrator and not who actually wrote it. Let's look that up real quick. The main character, his name is Anthony. Amazing. So it is written by Rhinoz, Rinoz, and it's pretty good. I've been enjoying it. It hasn't been like the most stimulating read. It's honestly in that lit RPG category that I have, kind of like Primal Hunter and some things where like there's some epic moments, but it's not really a big book that's going to like stretch your imagination. If you haven't read that type of genre or seeing like, you know, monsters instead of humans, it's a nice little twist on that like lit RPG formula. Is just yeah, you know, I feel like I can just have it on in the background and kind of do anything. And if I miss like bits and pieces. I don't feel like I'm losing any like critical information. It's well done, not taking anything wrong from it, but it's definitely in that mind of like a lit RPG that's more of a comfort than like anything else. Let's see, what else does he have? Hey, what up, Jake? Trying to get into streaming. So we're making regular schedules and like trying to do what you guys have been doing. You reading anything good lately? Yeah, the other thing that I have switched to that I haven't read in a long time and I forgot just like how good it actually was We Are Bob, We Are Legion. One of my like favorite sci-fis because while it's not like the biggest thriller or maybe even the best like plot driven thing, the sci-fi exploration and all of that is amazing, and just the amount of like cool sci-fi existential ideas explored. I like the narrator, and then I put at Beck One Start Strong, and the guy who wrote it, I think he was like a math teacher or some kind of science teacher for a while, and then I could be completely like misquoting him, but he was like complaining to his wife like when he retired about like how there wasn't any good sci-fi out. So his wife was just like, "Oh, if you don't like that, then how about you write it yourself?" And he did, and then it became a just one of the best-selling sci-fi books of all time. Hey, welcome, Sam. Yeah, this year has been kind of not the best for making content and anything. I think the only thing I've really released this year has been like just pure shit posts. I mentioned it earlier, but I am probably not going to release any full videos for this year and probably until like mid January. But I have been working on a lot of videos where I'm filming every day for like the last week or two. So my plan is once the new year happens to have like an actual backlog of high edited stuff that's not just me doing insane edits or anything, but actually, the goal is to have minimum 12 videos, like one each month, that are like actual quality. And then if I have time afterwards, sprinkle in some of that Swan insanity. I've heard good things about Practical Adept. I haven't ever picked it up. It sounds pretty cool. And Spellmonger is one of those that I am slowly circling back to. I got back into just not using Audible and instead like having like a wind down at the end of the day where I'm reading, and those are the type of books I have to just sit down and read. So I'm currently trying to like chug my way back through Malazan, and right now just to get back into the habit, it's just pure like lit RPG like comfort food. So the last Primal Hunter, which is lit RPG, and it's epic, but kind of that same thing of Chrysalis, but probably the best. Just I can turn off my brain and enjoy it and not have to think big words or big thoughts. But Travis Baltree is like narrating it, and he took he has so many requests now just because of how like insanely popular he is that the audio book got delayed, but that kind of worked out. It's weird reading that one because I don't think I've ever sat down and read a Primal Hunter. Oh, it's a lit RPG, like literary RPG. It's you might like it because you like the Spellmonger, but it's when there's like a gaming system in place in the universe. So a lot of times it's like someone gets isekai'd or transported into a new fantasy world, and it's almost like they're in like World of Warcraft. So if like they can level up as a warrior, increase their stats. There's a bunch of different variations for like how it works, but it's this whole weird big genre. It's kind of like anime isekais. Like there's a lot of trash out there, but there's a few that are just like really sick. Hey, welcome to Trek. I gotta say, I was fully expecting just to like ramble to the camera, and it's like, okay, I'm tired. We're just gonna like rip out some like book reviews. Now you're good, man. This is the second stream, but I'm gonna stick to a pretty consistent schedule for as long as I can. Thanksgiving might throw it off next week, but my goal is to shoot for like Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at like a similar time. Yeah, it's just like Sword Art Online. It gets like weird with the categorization because there's like VR MMO lit RPGs, I think, which would be like Sword Art Online, where you're like stuck in the device. But it's like one common one is like the aliens come to Earth and transform it, and there's now a system in place. So it's like you have to deal with like the aliens, the system level ups, all of that. That's kind of like the Primal Hunter. But you could be hit by a bus, wake up in a new world, and all of a sudden like there's magic. But the magic's like if you study it, you unlock a skill, which then helps you go down there. So it's kind of like a gamified progression fantasy. So think like the spellmonger, but every time that like men got better at magic, he would have like a system notification, or he could do like that game breaking stuff where it just becomes overpowered, not through like study, but just by like weird game mechanics. Oh yeah, that's another one that's been on my list for a while. A New Sun. Honestly, just now that I'm like moving back off of just doing audiobooks and spending like a couple hours reading like at the end of the day, I'm finally starting to like catch up on some of this. But I've like neglected Malazan for so long, and I'm still getting comments on some of those Malazan videos because I stopped. I was doing like a spoiler talk where I would like read each book within that, which is like 200 to 400 pages, and like just talk about it. And I stopped halfway through, and that was over a year ago, and I just never released another one. Yeah, yeah. Or like the Enchanter one. It's like sometimes there's like a bunch of variations on it because it's a pretty big genre. I was reading one like the title of it is like kind of insane, and the um, cover art is like really interesting. Like it matches the book, but let me pull it up and show you guys. Oh, and there's anime. Okay, let me bring this down. So yeah, there's like a lot of different variations. I read this one pretty recently, Benjamin Carey, and I was like actually a huge fan of that. But they're doing like hardcore like game mechanics, where this guy was like a professional gamer, and then he gets summoned into another world, but they're class locked, so it's kind of luck of the draw of which class you're gonna be. And he gets stuck as a farmer, which he absolutely like loathes. But then he finds like a weird quirk in the system where it's like he can kill monsters to get XP, but only if it's on his farm. So he winds up becoming like Kevin McAllister from Home Alone on steroids, where he's just like making murder barns to like sneak monsters in and kill them so he can level up and get a different class. But like in those ones, it's like if you get stronger, your body like physically changes. Your like mental stats, wisdom, all of that like actually like changes how you interact with the world. And so it's like some of them address that, some of them it's like, oh, you got stronger, you do this much more damage. And his books are cool because it's like, oh, what happens when you have like an inhuman endurance and like inhuman stamina and you're basically indestructible? It's like, dark Superman psychology. Travis Baltrey actually narrated that one too, and he uses a southern accent, which wasn't bad. Like a lot of times when I hear him, because mine's not as strong as it used to be, but I grew up in Alabama, so I'm used to like full on southern accents. I live in Texas, and seeing him just suddenly like add one on just for the farmer one was pretty sick. Let's see what I was gonna say. The other crazy thing that I'm reading, and like I'm almost done with it, but it's Mike Tyson's biography, Undisputed. I've read a lot of crazy biographies because I was originally like wanting to be like a musician and specifically like a punk musician. So I'd read like all of these crazy stories of like the Germs or even like rockers like Motley Crue, Heroin Diaries, all those things where it's like rock stars just like losing their mind, doing like bathtubs full of heroin. I thought like I had like seen like the craziest humans that like Earth had to offer. I read a lot of like books about like crazy military dudes just doing like insane things. Mike Tyson, like I did not realize how insane that dude's life was because I knew about him like as a kid because like the bite the ear off meme, and then eventually he started showing up on podcast hotboxing with Mike Tyson, and like I only really saw old Mike Tyson, and then like some of the boxing stuff where he's saying crazy things. But this dude started boxing at like 14, and before that he was like in jail multiple times, like robbing people's houses, like he'd beat people up to like steal their pigeons and birds so he could have like abandoned buildings. His dad was like a pimp. It was like you keep thinking it's gonna get like less crazy and less crazy, and it was like, oh well, he's done fighting. How is he now? And then it's just like a long, long like drug binge where, he's like he does The Hangover, but he's like basically homeless at that point. And I'm in the last hour, and he's still just like going wild. So if you guys are into biographies at all, like check out that. It's long. It's like 20-hour listen, but it's the most insane thing that I've ever like actually like picked up and listened to that like happened. Let's see. Yeah, I have a list of the books I'm going to be going through pretty soon. The We Are Bob, We Are Legion's really cool if you're like science nerds, know about like von Neumann probes and like that whole uploaded conscious thing. Um, Reading that book was like I don't really trust Elon Musk's like Neuralink things, so I'd never get it in its current iteration. But I think if I had the option to upload my consciousness to like something like that and just get launched out into space in a von Neumann probe, I'd I'd consider it. I might go insane, but I'd seriously consider it. Alright, where is... I gotta be careful about which of these I show, because I have a lot of like future video notes in one of them. Let me... I kind of went crazy during the government shutdown with like organizing everything. Where is the book? So yeah, right now my reading list is I have one book to catch up on, The Primal Hunter. That's going to be done pretty soon, and I'll probably make like a big video on it because it's pretty fun. I don't know if you all are into like webtoons at all, but there's been a lot of like adaptations happening to webtoons. Dungeon Crawler Carl might be my favorite book of all time now, and he got like a really sick adaptation, which I was happy about. But the art in The Primal Hunter, I've been kind of sad. Just it's not been like the best. But I'm gonna finish that up, probably make a review on it. Uh, I am going to finish Malazan soon, and get out those like large videos, and I will read it eventually, but I need a break even just talking about Malazan. Cyberpunk is what I've been playing the most recent, and I didn't realize this, but I knew they had like a TV show. I didn't realize that there has been like books and graphic novels revolving around that whole universe, which I was super excited about because I love the world they built, and I was hoping someone would flesh it out. So I actually got like volume 1 of like the graphic novels they currently have out, and I saw they have 1 or 2 like extra books just in that universe. I've been kind of on a sci-fi kick lately, so I want to definitely like pick that up and read more. But I want to take in like all of the cyberpunk media, like the comics, the book. I'm currently replaying the game. I'm actually gonna probably hop on and do that on stream in a little bit. And I forget. Demodrek was here for this, but I need to figure out how to turn on streamer mode. I was having to like take my thing and just like move it just to hide all of like the blatant titties. Like I don't make money off of YouTube, but I would like to someday, and I don't want YouTube to like hold that against me. The other thing that I am going to do, especially with like the new season of One Punch Man coming out, is I have kind of a weird challenge. I mean, this I'll mention it here just because it's gonna be a while before I get to it because I'm working on something else like fitness related. But I'm gonna read and do all of the One Punch Man media. While I'm doing that, I'm going to be doing the One Punch Man workout every day. So it's going to be a weird mix of like review and then me like doing all of it, which most of it's fine. I don't think I'll have a problem doing like the 100 push ups, sit ups, squats. But running 6 miles a day, like I like to run, but that's going to be a bit excessive. I mean, I do like 20, 25 miles a week, but that's like, one day is a 10 mile, I get a break, then it's like a 3 mile, and it's like mixed around. So we're going to see how that is. I mean, if it sucks, it's just more motivation to focus on it. But that's going to be in the future. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to schedule that. And the last thing that I have on here, just like plans, like for like video related stuff, is the Wandering Inn. The last few books have kind of like slogged because the universe is just so big. And when I checked the stats on it like 2, 3 years ago, it was 3 times longer than the Wheel of Time, and it's continued to go. Like if you look up Pirate Abba, she's the author, like on YouTube, she has like live streams of her like writing drafts and like releasing it on Patreon. But she also has a webtoon that she released that I want to get through, and that's going to take me probably like well into like next year just to get caught up, because like that reading that or the writing speed of her is like the most insane thing I've ever seen. But it's not just like one straight plot going forward. It's like, okay, I'm kind of stuck here. I'm going to write like 5 new characters, but they're going to be interesting characters. So then when I switch back to another character, it's like now you're invested, but now there's a whole like full on Game of Thrones level cast of people that you have to keep track of. That it's kind of insane. And somewhere in that there is going to be Spellmonger, because same thing. I kind of feel bad about it. The author, Terry, he was actually like commenting on my videos and like watching my reviews. And I thought if I like, because I saw him do it to one guy, because not many people are reviewing it on YouTube, but he's like sending merch bundles or swag bags to some of these people that are reviewing it. And I really wanted a Spellmonger swag bag, but I want to earn it, not just ask him for it. So I'm going to eventually pick that back up, and I'll probably do... My plan's to do like just straight up reviews on stream, and then maybe I'll cut it up into like a sliced video and like post it here. But I do want to do like a big ass like video like for that specifically. But yeah, that's kind of what I have sort of going on just for like books at the moment. The other thing that I've been kind of getting into, and we'll see what happens with this, is let me open up Photoshop. Is I really there's this YouTuber named Jaza, and I want to read his book, but he was like a full-time artist, like a big art YouTuber. And basically what he did was like he wrote his own book. It seems like it has good reviews. I have not actually read it. But he's been able to like promote his own things by doing the own art for his things. And he made this like absolutely insane like cosplay for like the Australia Comic Con that, from like his own thing. So I think the ability to like write something and then bring it to life is like so appealing and cool. So I've been trying to like build up my art school or skills, so like maybe sometime in the future I can like do something similar. But let me pause this and pull up his video. We're not gonna watch the whole thing because I haven't quite devolved into a reaction streamer yet. It's 100% possible that's going to be in the future, especially when I'm tired. This is Jaws. I mean, he's like 6.7 million, so he's like pretty big YouTuber. And he would have like these cool videos with, he would like draw characters off of like book descriptions. And he did this actually with the Stormlight Archives. So it's kind of cool. It's like, you know, he's making like Shalon. I think he drew like Vin, Kelsier, all these other like characters. You know, he had like a sick Kaladin one, and he's like doing that with like Brandon Sanderson, like actually live responding to it, which is pretty cool. I'm on the Ghost Rock Discord, but I haven't seen it. Are they doing like a writing contest thing? Because if they are, then if it's still open to entries, I might try it out. But let me... So this is the what he made for like PAX, where he's like inside of it, and like he set up like cameras and like it could like roar and all this other stuff. But just the sheer level of insanity is like, hey, I'm gonna like write a book and then also make like a 12-foot, 13-foot like cosplay like for that. I could imagine like people who are at Warhammer, if they had the ability to do that, then that would be sick as hell. Okay, let me see if I can pull up this other thing. Recent. All right, let me move this here. So I have been going on a profile like updating spree. This was like the newest one I've had for a while when I learned Photoshop a bit better. But I actually tried to do, let's see, where it is. I like on one of my streams I had like a shitty ass art pad at the time, and I was like, I've been practicing art, let me just redo my thing. And like this is like the level of like art at the time. I mean, this was like months ago, so I was like, okay, maybe let's not change that, but that would be a pretty good meme. But then I didn't do it on stream. I made this one, so you can kind of see like the art progression of like everything that's been happening. So I'm actually pretty stoked about that. All right, let's see. Sunday I was trying to do where is it? Like a dungeon crawl thing, like in an hour, and then I just like completely underestimated how long it would like work out. I'm to the point now where if I spend enough time on something, I can make it look cool. But if I have to like do it under any type of speed or pressure, I can't do it. Like I got like the very basic paint layers down, and I'd probably spend like 2 hours from here just like going in and like changing stuff up. Oh, sweet. Thanks. So I will on maybe Thursday's stream come back and start trying to like edit some of this. I'm now like trying to like learn how to do expressions and faces better, just because not my forte, as you can see. But that's kind of like one of the things too. It's like at night a lot of times I'm just like hanging out drawing and stuff. So I was like, all right, let me not do this in complete silence or listening to YouTube or something. All right, let me see. Maybe I'll. One thing I did want to do, which maybe we can just do like a 10-minute kind of like art challenge or automatic art. Just kind of like mess around. There's this thing called like the automatic like art stuff where it's like you basically just like go in with like no plan and then you just kind of like see what comes out. Some people who can do it that I've seen are just full on professional artists, so it comes out like amazingly. I don't think mine would do that, but let's see, it's 7:20 my time. You know what? I'm just gonna come back and do that on Thursday, cause I do want to get some cyberpunk action in. So, if you guys tune in Thursday, similar time, I'll be probably doing some cool art stuff. But let me move this here. Oh, also, let me. I've been kind of on a optimization one, so I'm just like today is the first day that I have switched over to Google or Edge because it's apparently faster. I mean, I know Firefox has better security, but it's been an adjustment. I don't like how it looks. I don't like the change. Alright, pause, graphics. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, no, Sunday's stream, it was just like, I was struggling just to like not click on, or like look away from like all of the graphic, like nudity and everything in there. It's like, I think I'm small enough I could get away with it, but. Oh, nice, dude. Well, thanks for popping in. I'm gonna do Thursday, like, probably 6:30. We'll see, but like you can expect that time, and I'll probably do like a longer one on that day too. I'm also doing Sunday, sometime around like 2 to 4. I'll start it, but that's gonna be like my probably longest stream of the week. So appreciate you stopping by. I'll check that DM. Yeah, I'm in Texas. Oh, there we go. Yeah, 2 to 4. You're in the Discord, so I'll like say Central Time and everything. But this week I'm just trying to like figure out like what works the best for like my schedule and stuff. So it's not quite solidified, but around like sometime around 2 to 4 p.m. I will be online. Hey, welcome, Susanna. Alright, I learned my lesson last time, so we are going straight into the settings, and I am censoring the titties. Alright, we have this here. Show me streamer mode. Basic. Let me re-look up streamer mode. Options, graphics. Oh, hell yeah. Everyone I know has been kind of like on a fitness kick lately, so it's like cool you're joining in on that. Let's see. I feel like I'm dumb right now and I can't find it. Oh, yesterday, I'll post it in the Discord, but I installed my gymnastic rings to the ceiling, and I was like really kind of tentative at first about like making sure that I wasn't gonna like crash or like mess up my ceiling, and that quickly devolved into me just like grabbing it, taking it as far as I could on one side of the garage, and just like swinging all the way over. So safety was immediately out the window. Where is this? Top right corner. Options, graphics. Right now, this is just the soundtrack to Cyberpunk. Apparently, it has a bunch of copyrighted music in it, so good thing I don't make money off of this because it would take it from there. Mode, gameplay. Okay, there we go. They got rid of streamer mode. Now it's just like straight up nudity censor. Turns out I'm not dumb. No. I got a guest. It's always funny how dark he is, because like he just doesn't like really show up on cameras. I also got. I think you can. Yeah, just ominously in the background. All right. All right. Last time we like got through the intro, and then just basically had that car shootout, and haven't really gotten to like the main one. I think this is like where it starts. I mean, there's like kind of like a extended intro, Act One, but I think Act Two is like where the game's the most fun. All right, let's see. Oh, thank God. I can change the man bug. See, at this angle, like when I was making it yesterday, I was like, oh, let's not like spend a lot of time on the character creation, and it's just so dumb having it come off to the side. It just immediately bothered me. I guess we're gonna go with dumb. I can go still full dread. Yeah, we're rocking it. The one fun thing about this game too is the wardrobe just gets like really insane. You're just like taking stuff. Okay, whatever. No. But you're just basically beating up cybernetic hobos and stealing their equipment. So like the mismatch of things you get's like really insane. I gotta say, like playing this again makes me really want to like read those books. Like I'm excited about it. A constant thing me and my brother joke about is like fighting the Waymos that have been taking over Austin. This is cathartic. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I was talking about a bit earlier. Cyberpunk has like a full book universe. I know they have more graphic novels to books, but I think there's like two, maybe three cyberpunk punk books out that are just like set in this universe. That's like one thing about this when it came out. I was kind of bummed because like they had just filled out the world and it's like so like rich in lore. And I was like, they hadn't really done a lot with it when I first like played it, and now it's like they seem they're really expanding it out. Edge Runners, the TV show, was really good, so it's like the game was in dev so long. It's kind of like The Witcher, like except they reverse engineered it. So rather than going off like a book series, like there's just so much cool shit you could do like with the series. Yeah, the one downside is like you kind of have to like play this game to like know the builds, but you can basically replace your arms with cyber arms, and then you're basically like gorilla punching everybody. But now that I have equipped a katana, I don't think I'm probably going that route with my build. Probably just like pistol and katana. Also, I was talking about this last time, but the ads in this are just like so insane. Environment protection. But yeah, I'll probably get a good 30 minutes like of game time in. I still got to figure out like the best way to like organize this, but give myself some like wind down and eat time. Yeah, the world's just so cool.
Man of the hour. Jeez, took you long enough. Worked up an appetite just waiting.
Oh, I love Snow Crash.
I only finished the
Hero
second act.
protagonist.
We could probably see the grip now. There's something about a surprise.
I think I might actually have reviewed it on this channel. I don't remember. I know I bought it like when I first started BookTube just to like review. I think I also have that other famous. Thanks, buddy. That other like famous book, Neuromancer.
Somehow Dex got caught up in the craziness. A lot of bodies lying in the streets by the time the shooting stopped. Yeah, Dex got lucky though. Managed to slip under the radar till tempers cooled. Took a while, but he's made one hell of a comeback.
Dex needs friends, needs us. We can use it.
Amen, they say. It's a win-win.
So what's the game? You meant to come out in one piece?
Our Lord and Savior wants to tell you everything himself, face to face. Oh, no pressure, but it's a deal. It's right.
Yeah, I never read it. I think I made the mistake of reading Snow Crash first. I mean, the Snow Crash was wild because it was like Cyberpunk was just starting, and the guy like almost immediately wrote a book like as it got popular, like shitting on it. So like reading that and then trying to like do it and take it seriously. Like I like the idea of Cyberpunk, but the books that like that I've heard, I don't think I would like it. But it's one of those like to say I read it.
All right. Let's hear what old Dex has to say. Set it up.
Dex is a real deal when it comes to fixers. Don't get me wrong. Don't got nothing against the Andre or Lukaku. Always the same story. You land on fresh turf. Local fixer waves his dick around, but he's smiling. Saying you'll be up to your neck in gigs and eddies. Still, all you are is another name in their little black book. Fat slice of wood. Make shit by their client. Sure, you crack jokes over drinks, but in the end, it's biz.
I've been doing keto and just video game Chinese noodles sounds amazing right now.
Thanks, Jack. Much appreciated.
Top-notch work Miguel did. Rides like it looks. Factory new.
We'll see about that.
We rolling or what?
Let's feel this factory.
See, last time I played this, the cars were just like really wonky, and I always just like switched to a motorcycle. So we're about to see if this is gonna be a shit show or not.
First stop. Rupert Huck. And Holmes. Easy on the gas, huh? Just stay. I was supposed to stop by Vic City, huh? I got a date.
Yeah.
Really gets me.
Whoops. Well, this is what I expected. I'm the best cyberpunker in the city. Good thing Jackie got this out of the shop. Alright, now let's not go on another crash sesh. Oh god, that's that song they had in Edge Runners. Edge Runners was definitely sad. So now it's like this song's like sad. Yeah, car's still wonky. There's like one car I really like that you can get eventually, but motorcycles in this are like pretty fun. Sucks to suck. Where's the guy?
Not only to you. Do you truly believe that those who have sold you your mechanical eyes?
Dude, that looks like a cross between Steven Seagal and like Tobias Funke from Arrested Development.
Even within us, your joys, your worries, your life, for them it is all mere spectacle.
Watching it again, I'd have half the city's on it, half its corpse on my ass.
And if you are their pawn, unknowingly carrying out their secret agendas.
Thanks, Gary.
I'll sit tight over here. Can't miss the little kitchen.
I gotta say, this is like the one thing about like Cyberpunk that I would like love if it was in real life. Just the idea of going full cyborg.
Last gig, Jackie declined some more something. I might have gotten spiky.
Experience of migraines, nausea, hypersensitivity, bright lights.
No kid can do it.
All right, kid. Sort you out in a flash. Besides that, how are things?
I'd love a whole game just around this dude because he's like cool as hell.
Better than fix it. What do you got? Use Dexter to shoot.
From the afterlife. Denying you're moving up.
You not telling me, Vic?
That's it. Some
Yeah, I'm still pretty in, but like the higher your body is, I think higher you can go with some of this. Like I'm pretty early into, like I don't think I actually chose my perks or anything. It might be fun just to be like a full cyber monster because I don't think I've done that before. But it's kind of fun in this game. Like there's like bad cyber docs that aren't like reputable, where it's like you could like get Cyberpunk, then it's like you basically get computer aids on yourself and like die. Let's see. That's armor. Yeah, let's load up. See, I was thinking of like doing like the samurai thing again, but there's also the option of being a cyber gorilla with a baseball bat, which I might actually try to like switch through. I don't think I can afford anything.
Mark 1, like I said, decent enough scanner. Displays data on your phone. Cherry on the top's a built-in external lens disruptor. In layman's terms, any surveillance cam will capture your faces in blur. Just remember, your body will still show up as crystal clear. This should do the trick. Talks to Kuroshi Tech, too.
I'm ready. All the way.
Excellent. Let's do this. Hey, that major league arm of yours, right here. Just like that. Thanks. Now, get an anesthetic and I can start cutting. Feel anything?
Play by play, though. Really, Doc?
Makes it sound like a dentist. Always gonna be hard.
Yeah, I think even after I finish this, I might just like keep games as like a regular part of stream. I have like a huge backlog of games I have just not gotten through. So like it'd be sick to go back and like beat Expedition 33. I'm pretty far in Silk Song, but I'm like stuck in a couple spots that were like so rage inducing. I just had to like switch to something else. But this year, I feel like we all got like spoiled for games. Like the Game of the Year nominations, there was only like two studios that were actually AAA, which was insane. That Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I was hearing was amazing. It's like low fantasy, but you're just like being a knight, assassin, scout, whatever you want to be. But it looked really cool.
How's it look? Feel alright to you?
This is fantastic, dude.
Oh, beautiful. Fabulous game.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. You can go like a full like hacker path where like you just scan into people and like they have implants. So it's like, you know, if it's like back here, you can literally set it on fire, which is not good for them.
Processes. Read your intentions.
I was watching some gameplay where it's like, you know, they just pull up in a car, like scan like a guy, actually give him computer aids, and it was contagious computer aids. So it would just like jump and just like murder an entire building.
It ought to work like a charm. Now draw your weapon. I should see your ammo count on a brand new sight.
Thanks again. You're the best.
Yeah, I think off stream I'm gonna look up the best way to like make that baseball bat gorilla build, because now that I'm saying it and that I'm a street kid, I think it fits more than the samurai warrior I was thinking. But let me character 1 point. I did go on body. Open doors. So I'm gonna need to go up in one more sec. And let's see, body, health region. Oh god, I could just become like a straight like Doom thing. Yeah, we're going baseball bats. Oh shit, I can reset. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll be doing that. Let me pet you. I saw. There we go. Hell yeah.
I can release it for you, but you have to watch out for negative energy fields and avoid mean reds.
V, yo, listen up. I talked to Dex while you were in with the doc. He's waiting in his ride. For you. Ain't but a hop to where he's parked. Next to Gramsci Burgers.
Okay, do my best to talk us up.
Yeah, that's the one thing with this game is like it takes a little bit for it to get going, and then it just gets like completely insane. But like getting through like this first part's like the hardest part. Oh yeah, no, yeah, no, 100%. See, I can hear him somewhere. Jesus. Yeah, just full on gang war. It's insanity. Hell yeah. Loot some of these bodies. Yo, that music as I like just samurai slice people like in half in the middle of the street. Oh man, you'll just like be going around and it'll just be like a full on like gang shootout or something. And like you get money and rewards and credit for just like going in and like murking people.
Dexter Deshawn in
If
this
you're
one?
like unsure about playing it, like definitely check out that show Edge Runners. Like it's anime, but like I think that was like the second time I played it was like after watching it. And there's some characters in here that I mean you're probably gonna see it before, but they'll give you like extra context for like some of these like later like bosses because like people in that show will be in like this one.
Maybe someday we'll fizzle out into nothing. Might say to the own shoes.
Oh, but it does. See, in my line of work, I choose to be mistakes. Folk who try to take advantage, they suffer. Alright, listen close. Scanning a serious job now. Playing gargantuan compared to smashing up a scab.
Let me hear it. What's the job?
There's this
But yeah, this might be one of my favorite all-time games.
job crap.
Witcher 3's up there, but like I've beaten this more than The Witcher 3. I mean, disastrous release when it came out. Like it way too rushed and so many like crazy ass bugs. Like it took a year for it to be even playable, but when it was playable it was good and then like they've now had like years to like continue to update it to now it's like just this like really sick game. Like first time the city was kind of dead, so like you're driving around and it doesn't feel alive even though it has all this cool stuff. There wasn't really a reason to explore, but like now it's like pretty sick. You can find the apartments of some of the people from like Edge Runners. There's all these like Easter eggs. It's like really cool.
Two things. First is a conundrum maelstrom. Needs active resolve now. Second, Rhonda. Simple. Client who brought us the job's anxious. She wants to parlay with me on the team.
What's the issue needs resolving with Maelstrom? Like me?
Sloppy shot. You got a classic tale for me. Psycho gang doing its thing to Joe, military combo. Got away with the kid. Don't even know maelstroms at all. Now see, Convoy was carrying the flathead, a little combat bot prototype, and I need me that bit of high payload prototype. Because if we don't get that bot, we don't get no socket chip, and we sure as hell don't get no happy ever after. Don't get excited. It's a single story. Now, I flat out purchased the damn thing from Maelstrom. However, I did so from a gentleman by the name of Grant. I say when, because 3 days after we'd sealed our deal, his friend and gang mate, one Simon Randall, aka Royce, Wayne dropped his ass. Royce is a toast, and I got no way of knowing if he aims to honor his predecessor's word. To add to this shitstorm, the Meredith South military has developed an interest in said combo.
Prima donna.
Corporation, internal affairs. Been skidding around town asking after the convoy as if her locker been on fire. Don't mean she's got zip tie in her trunk. Stick up her ass ain't growing any shorter, so she must be getting desperate. Realizes we can't use it. Of course, to do so, you'll need that frazzled cat's info. Set it now.
Client. What's her thing? Why she need me?
Woman's named Ellen Parker. That never wasn't easy. Put the word out I was looking for any kind of intel.
Right, man.
Some brothers from Pacifica got back to me. Told me to stop looking. And the combo included. Anyway, our little client insisted on meeting some of these skin in the game. We'll be there for a while. Yours truly will be remote. T-Bug ain't no people person. Jaggy's on the
I'm slowly making my way through this gallon.
I think I got everything. Tell me what to do.
That shit's easy to my hands. I'll send him to meet with Miss Parker and Mrs. Barr. Flathead fellas will be
Yeah, after like kind of this, I think the game like really picks up. But it's like big heist. Like after that, I think it's like when like the whole thing like launches open. I'm gonna do a. Oh, shit.
Dexter, talk to Dex.
Two attributes. Frig. Pyromania. Okay, I'm gonna need that. Tech, I'm gonna go into body. I need 2 more to get. I need some kind of like damage thing. I guess like the first one's just kind of. That's fine. I might just hold on to some of these perks. Yeah, this is cool.
Come to want to check our program. To me, it feels more like he tangled us up with Maelstrom and Militech. There's this combat bot, military prototype, Maelstrom collected, and Dex paid to take it out of their hands just before the gang goons had to switch up in management. That sums it up. Dex wants us talking to Royce. Need the deets of some Militech agent, too. I don't know how much help she stands to be. And here's the other thing. Gotta meet the client who put the job on the table. Evelyn Parker. Parker wants to meet someone in the crew. Dex gave me the number. I say we knock on Maelstrom's door first. Hang, actually.
Alright, perfect. Alright. Jesus, dude. I'm gonna get into one little gun slash sword fight and then probably call it a night. Let's see. Yeah, for me, like, I have to have schedules. Nice. do some looting. Finish on a high note. Ah, that's new. Snipers, Shinobu. Yeah, okay. Alright, let me get a save. Cool. And close this out. Yeah, the distracted. The schedule stuff, for me, like, I can't operate unless I have a schedule or like kind of know. And then, like, if I kind of just have a day where it's like I'm having to like figure out exactly what I need to do or things, I mean, I feel like even if you don't do anything with it, just the act of like making a schedule will, kind of hit it. Or it's like, I had some skill stuff I was working on earlier, and like lead code, and I only got through like 2 problems on it, and it wasn't like the ambitious one I thought, but like I was like, all right, well, it's not perfect, but hell yeah, I did the thing. I assigned the task. I got the dopamine. Oh, but sweet. I need to make some dinner and start to wind down because I still gotta wake up, go to work tomorrow. The next stream, I'm gonna try to get a little earlier. I was playing around with some of my stream settings, having some camera stuff, which is why this was there. But it's gonna be around 6:30, probably, maybe a bit longer. I'm looking at like taking Friday and Monday off, so I might just like go longer on those days. Yeah, I'm stuck between trying to go all in on cloud engineer, or like I'm still doing software development stuff, so it's like I don't know which one I want to like go full tilt in. There's some for software engineers like 100%. Like you just kind of have to like keep up with it. It's not relevant to like any jobs now, but I think they're still like fairly in use. But probably not. I'm gonna probably start looking for some new jobs in like 2-3 months. So I was like, let me just do it now on work hours, just to make sure that I'll be ready for it when it's good ready. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm down. I'm working on my AWS sysop stuff and doing that cloud resume challenge thing just for a software idea I had. But once I get through that, I definitely want to do some more cloud stuff. So definitely let me know if you got like a cool idea. It'll be probably at least like a month or 2 before I have enough free time to add something new. But like in January, I think I'd be like free to like tackle something cool. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. For anyone else that decides to watch this not live, join the Discord, and I'll see you guys Thursday. All right. Peace. Oh, hell yeah. That's how the flooded messages like when I hit like there. Yeah, I need to get into more Terraform stuff and containers. Those are the 2 big things that I haven't done a lot with. But yeah, we can like continue this in the Discord.